Hi, this is Daniela Feldhausen from Kids Up Reading Coaches. Here's a little bit of information about who we are and what we do. We basically work with young people who are struggling with reading and spelling. About a third of all kids learn to read and spell on their own. They just kind of figure it out. They might go into kindergarten already knowing how to read. Another third or so learn, if you just give them a little bit of instruction, you just kind of set them off in the right direction, and off they go, and they'll be fine. We work with that third group of kids. It's generally considered to be about 40% of the population who are struggling a little more with reading and spelling. Some of them might be diagnosed with dyslexia and dysgraphia, but the overall number of kids who need good, systematic, explicit instruction is actually way more than just the subgroup of kids who might be qualified as dyslexic. Here's how we do it. We start by having a conversation with the parents, with you, where you tell us a little bit more about your student, about what's going on, what you're noticing, what you're hearing from school. We'll tell you a little bit more about who we are and what we do and how we do it. That's step one. Step two is that we would do screeners with your child, with your student. We'll check in particular their phonological skills, their phonics skills, and depending on our conversation, we might also be checking their spelling. While we're doing those screeners, we like you to be in the background so that you can see and hear for yourself or yourselves what's easy and what's hard for your student. And then immediately after the screeners, we'll have a conversation about what you noticed and what we noticed and what might be a good plan going forward for helping them get caught up. And then the third, and of course, maybe the most important step is actually teaching them to read and spell. We use systematic explicit instruction. We follow what's known as the science of reading, by which we mean something that's also called structured literacy. It's basically the last 20 years or so worth of research into how students learn to read and spell. We work on those foundational skills of phonological awareness or phonological proficiency or phonemic awareness, phonemic proficiency. Phonics is the second big piece, and then fluency. For the phonological or phonemic piece, we use the Kilpatrick exercises. There's another good program out there called Heggerty. We found that works better in a classroom setting, but for one-on-one instruction, we find that Kilpatrick works better, so that's what we use. For phonics, we use the Orton-Gillingham method and materials. And for fluency, we use a lot of the fluency work put out by the Institute for Multisensory Education, the IMSE. That's where a number of us have done our formal Orton-Gillingham training. We can take those, or we do take those screeners, the results of the screeners, to figure out exactly what skills your child already has and what skills they're missing. And then when we're teaching them only those skills that they're missing. So this is very much tailored to what your student need. Because ultimately we want your student to become a fluent reader, a good speller, and a confident student as quickly as possible. If you have any questions, just reach out. You can schedule a meeting or just shoot us an email, all via our website at kidsupreadingcoaches.com. Thank you.